Welcome back to the series, and as I keep stating, pyramids literally litter this planet. They are everywhere. And today we'd like to discuss the new 17 lost Egyptian pyramids found by satellite imagery. And this is very exciting news, so to speak. So when Napoleon Bonaparte invaded Egypt in 1798, he brought more than 150 scientists and scholars along with his massive army. And we are getting this news from science.org. The scholars fanned out across Egypt, describing the country's natural and cultural history, mapping archaeological sites from Alexandria to Aswan, and bringing places such as the Valley of the Kings to the attention of the scientific world for the first time. This week, an American research team announced that it has succeeded in the high-tech follow-on to Bonaparte's Grand Survey by analyzing high-resolution satellite imagery covering all of Egypt. Researchers have reportedly discovered up to 17 lost pyramids, nearly 3,000 ancient settlements, and over 1,000 tombs. And guys, this is just what they discovered going down to a certain level. And this doesn't even cover anything that goes beneath that level. The effort was led by archaeologist Sarah Parcak of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. The team's work will be highlighted in a BBC documentary airing in the United Kingdom and later on the Discovery Channel. So, according to them, the findings are groundbreaking, says Egyptologist Willick Windrich of the University of California, Los Angeles, who has followed closely the team's as yet unpublished work. It gives us the opportunity to get at the settlement of ancient Egypt without digging even a centimeter, she says. And that's due to science. And this is a great thing that we're in a time and age where archaeological sleuths now have at their disposal tools and things that just a few years would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. They have the ability now to go anywhere on the planet at a fraction of the cost because air travel will get you anywhere you want to go. We are an interconnected world. We always have been. And the fallacy that at one point in time we were all separated and segregated needs to end, as evidence of all of these pyramids is conclusive that we used to be a united planet. So Parcak began her study 11 years ago, searching for traces of ancient village walls buried under Egypt's fields and desert sands. She wasn't even expecting to find more pyramids because, based on popular belief and popular ideology and what they're teaching everybody, Egyptologists long firm believe that their pyramids, especially the ones in Giza, are very rare and that they are uncommon, and therefore they are so high to be revered, when the truth is they were just, unsanded prior to the other ones being discovered. And each and every day we keep finding more and more and more. As everyone I'm sure has already heard of, the potential discovery of the pyramid in Antarctica, and that's just the one where the tip is sticking out. Again, that doesn't include the ones that we cannot see. It's just amazing that we are in a time and place that regular people like you and I can do this with just off-the-shelf items that we can all order over the internet, have delivered to our houses, and within, a week, a month, or a year, we're making discoveries that the entire scientific community has either hid from us or has failed to find or reveal in the last how many umpteen, decades. So I really do enjoy the times that we live in. The team found 17 buried pyramid-shaped structures, including one at the Saqqara, famed for its numerous pyramids. And that sighting was confirmed by a team of Egyptian archaeologists who excavated part of what is now thought to be a late Middle Kingdom pyramid at the site. The other 16 structures look like pyramids from space, but could be elite tombs Parkak says, let's be honest, we won't know if those pyramids are pyramids until we excavate, she says. And this is true with all of the pyramid-shaped objects that we keep finding across this planet. The ones in Hawaii, the ones in the Arctic, the ones in Russia, the ones in Ukraine, the ones in Europe, the ones in North America. And partially for this is the ones in China, numerous, exceeding hundreds in China. And the reason for this is the governments either do not want to know, they already know, or, make your own assumption. And this is partially why a lot of this knowledge is just, I don't know if it's being withheld or, like I said, ignored. Again, make your own assumption. But now that we have all of these amateur sleuths with off-the-shelf tools, sonar equipment and drones, and people going off the radar in their four-wheel drives and sport utility vehicles, we are able to get things that we have not had before. And this is leaps and bounds in advancement to historical knowledge of, where we come from, how we're a society or a civilization with amnesia, and the powers that be pit that amnesia against us as opposed to uniting us. And to further test some of the most recent satellite finds, Parkak enlisted the help of a French archaeological team already digging at a 3,000-year-old site known as Tanis. And the satellite revealed the data of some mud brick walls, maze-like streets, and large residences. The French team chose a structure from the images and excavated there. They discovered more mud brick walls. They found almost 100% correlation between what we see on the imagery and what we see on the ground. So this gives credence to the new technology of everyone using this new sonar and radar and the stuff that we can all now get off the shelf to start studying these things. And it really is a new wealth of knowledge to adding to our historical origins. And let's face it, how many times has the hand of government changed? So we cannot arbitrarily just blame the government. Somewhere in some vault, there's probably the truth hidden, but the people running the government today probably have no clue where that is or what it's even about. And we got to stop playing the blame game and start just acknowledging that we're all brethren. We all come from a united planet. The Great Flood has divided us, and there hasn't been just one flood, and there will be others. This is because the moon and the pyramids are connected. We seeded this planet and terraformed it a long, long time ago, and occasionally it has to course correct to keep our proper orbit. When this happens, we get some tidal waves because, as we all know, the moon affects the waves in the oceans. And we also get some excessive weather patterns. And it normally happens when Gaia, our living planet, has a growth spurt. And you know what growth spurts are like. If you ever get pains in your legs when you were growing as a kid, when the bones have to make that change and grow. We typically see it react out on Earth with extra volcanic activity, earthquakes, movement of tectonic plates, which is why we have the earthquakes. And when we look over time from the Pangaian Earth to what we have now, we can see the shifting of the continents. This is what the pyramids are studying. So look at a Pangaian Earth model and watch it unfold, and you will see the movement and the expansion of the topsoil compared to the oceans and the seas. And this is why we place pyramids everywhere and obelisks, but mainly pyramids were more to read and relay information. The obelisks are more just markers. And this is what we did when we seeded this planet to terraform it and make it habitable for human, plant, and animal living. So it's amazing what they found in Egypt. The more pyramids that people keep discovering, the more it lays claim to the fact that they are not as unique that people want to say. They are in more places than people want to acknowledge, as we've already talked about the numerous ones that have been discovered under the oceans and under the seas. There is a lot of history, like I said, that has either been hidden from us, or I honestly believe people have just lost knowledge of what true history is. And this pains me, because at all points in time, especially now more than ever in our politics, it just seems like there's so many forces of evil trying to divide all of us humans living here on this little tiny planet. The fact is, we're all indigenous to this planet because we all come from the same source, because pyramids are located on every continent, under every sea, and under every ocean. Therefore, at one point in time, a united civilization had to have been here to do that. And we are all descendants of that civilization.
Sound me older. Can you hear me? Older.